Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi Bhandary and I've got my student Ashwin Bekal with me. Ashwin has cleared Cohesity and the package is around 24 LPA and so congratulations Ashwin.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so Ashwin is from the computer science background. He's got cyber security as the specialization, but it's open to both CS and IS. So Ashwin, would you please tell us what is the eligibility criteria for Cohesity?
Academic wise, 8 CGPA or more is preferable, and yeah, you should be good in the communication skills, all that. And yeah, that's it. There is no more criteria or something.
And
yeah.
CS and IS?
Yeah, CS and IS.
And what is the name, designation?
Designation is SRE, which is actually Site Reliability Engineering.
Alright, great. So what were the rounds?
Rounds, it actually had one test. It was online test conducted on Code Signal, which is one online platform for conducting tests, and 2 technical rounds and one this one HR round.
Okay, so please tell what happened in the online and everything.
Yeah, so basically if I have to start from scratch, one Google form will be sent from the college where it should be filled, like your marks, everything, all your details need to be put in and it should be submitted. So on October 18th, there was one test, online test, which was conducted in the college premises itself. The syllabus, it's kind of different. Like you cannot expect more of DSA, that is data structure algorithms, or design analysis of algorithms, those kind of questions. Hardly there were like around 1 or 2 questions of DSA and 4 aptitude questions. Rest remaining were about Linux, then some regarding the cyber security. So it was kind of very easy. So those people.
Okay, can you specify on the questions, like what did they ask in DSA or Linux and cybersecurity?
DSA, the 1 or 2 questions were just debugging. Like they'll give one small program. It will be always in C or CPP, and yeah, you need to find if what will be the output. So they are not going to say which line or something. The entire program you need to see what will be the output. You should guess, like whether it will be some syntax error or runtime error, or will the program execute completely or something like that. And yeah, aptitude questions were very simple, but yeah, again you need to focus on percentages, ratios. Then you have those chemical composition kind of this one, what is questions. And yeah, regarding the number of questions, 45 questions to be completed in just 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Linux and the other one?
Yeah, in the Linux, basically it's related to this one, commands. Linux commands, like you have du command, then ls, and there are many other commands which probably like many people they don't know because all are working in Windows. They don't know more about Linux. So if people are working more on Linux, yeah, it will be actually friendly to them.
Yeah, no, it has to be, otherwise they're not clear.
Yeah.
So work on Linux and anything else more if you can say, because see, it will help the juniors.
Yeah, so first thing is Windows is actually a better OS. So I can see like many of my friends, even including me, indulging in fights like what is better, Windows or Linux. I'm telling, work on both the operating systems. They are literally good, and they have their own advantages, users, etc. And in case of Linux, it's because it's trending in the tech market. More companies work on Linux itself.
Okay.
And yeah, Cohesity prefers Linux.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any other questions that you said on the other programming, something?
Yeah, it is basically a C programming. Like they'll give one small code.
Okay.
It won't be a lengthier one. Sometimes it will be, the question may also depend.
Okay.
But it will be like debugging. You need to find the error.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So Linux you have said, and you have said the third one. See, one was something programming,
programming,
aptitude, Linux and
cyber security.
Cyber security. What
Cyber security, not much. It's basically, since if you have gone through the profile of Cohesity, they basically deal with data security. So data security, failovers, all those things. So just you can expect like 5 to 10 questions regarding data security, like what are failovers, etc.
Okay, and this is a common question for everyone.
Yeah, it's a common question.
Everyone
will have the same questions.
Same. Okay, all right. So next round?
Next round is after 11 days, we were told to, like one email was sent the previous day of the interview in the evening, like around 5, like who are the selects. So like there were like around 12 people who got selected from our college. And yeah, it goes like this. The day before the interview, like before 8 o'clock PM, you need to submit your ATS friendly resume and also a cover letter. and some other details need to be filled. So it's not basically Cohesity taking these documents. Cohesity will send you a link, that is a greenhouse. It's basically an ATS service. Basically you're submitting to them, and they process your resumes, and they select like which resume is the best, and they give it to the Cohesity. They recommend it to the Cohesity. Yeah.
So it's very important how you write your covering letter as well
cover
as your
letter
resume.
it's very important. Then again, resume also, it should be like, I see like many people, they don't have a proper resumes. So there are some things, there are some rules to be followed when you claim that your resume is ATS friendly. Like ATS friendly, it's basically like there is no particular one person who is evaluating your resume. What you have to do is you have to see to it that in your resume there are only two colors, white and black. Preferably white is the background and black is the text. Second one is there is some particular formats given, like it's available in the internet. Also, I am a member of MLSA, like Microsoft Learn Students Ambassador. It's a new branch opened in Sahyadri. So so there are some templates available. Even the Microsoft is offering some of the resume templates. You can go through it. You can check which one suits you the best, and you can select them and you start editing it. So people choose two different ways. One is they edit the document, that Word document, or they go with the latex. There's latex templates also. So you can choose which one is better for you, and do not include any of your like personal image or something, like a passport size photo in your resume. That's not at all required. Make sure that you have all your like GitHub link or LinkedIn link, your personal website link, and contact details mentioned in the resume itself. Have a proper structure. Don't actually fill your resume with a lot of projects. 3 to 5 projects, it's fine. And 3 to 5, make sure that it's selected and it's suiting for the company's whatever the role they are offering. It's not like basically if the company needs some web development person and I'm writing some cyber security related projects or something. Make sure that there are some 2 projects at least which is actually suiting to the company's needs. That's it.
And one more thing is you said mentioned website. You also have a website, is it?
Yeah, personal website is there, but since 2 to 3 days I'm again rebuilding it. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So students, see now GitHub, LinkedIn is all common. Now website is also important for people. So please have that. And as per the need of the company, just do this. Any other thing about resume you feel this should be good enough?
This should be good enough. Yeah, then a proper structure should be there. Like it should start with a big name, which should be bold enough, and your details, maybe your contact links or whatever is that. Then comes your academic details. No need of including like where you have done your PU, high school, all those things. That's not at all required. Just Sahyadri College of Engineering Management. What courses? You have to mention what courses you have completed in the college. For example, I am not too good in DSA, so I basically did not put that in the resume. Because if you put it in the resume, then you will suffer in the interview because those questions are asked.
So whatever you put, you get. And one thing is that please be careful because if it's a general resume, you will have to put your engineering and your 12th and your 10th marks. Okay, but for this, like he said, okay, every company is different. So maybe for this you don't, but otherwise a general resume you do put that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Then what? Then you got shortlisted.
Yeah, I got shortlisted.
All right. Yeah. Based on this also there was filtration.
There was not a filtration, but I can say that a filtration was happening.
Some marks are given
in the
for
middle
this.
of the
Yes.
one.
All right. Okay. Then next one. The next
round. Technical round. There are 2 technical rounds, and the whole interview process happens in one day. So basically, the first technical round, second technical round, and the final HR round. So first, all the rounds are actually given only 30 minutes of time. Like around 12 o'clock in the midnight, I got a message from Cohesity, a mail from Cohesity, like this is the person who is going to interview you, and a Zoom link will be also sent. So you should be ready by 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. Yeah. So basically you should be well prepared. Make sure when you are attending this online interview, your background is literally nice. It's well like lit or something. There are no shabby, like I see like many people they are having some clothes.
All that. Your background is very important.
Your background tells everything. Like I kept a table in my background with some books stacked so that they feel like okay, I am into reading books. Basically, just to give one kind of an impression, good impression in front of the interviewers. So the first technical round, it went literally good. Like all the questions what he asked was actually too deep into the Linux, then DevOps, then cyber security, because my resume was it was of cyber security, like it had cyber security projects. So he was asking a lot of questions regarding cyber security. Make sure that you do not have only bookish knowledge. Like you should not be just saying if when a question is asked, you should not say it in just one line. You should say something more extra so that he feels okay, you are having some more knowledge, you are having the interest, in-depth knowledge is there. And second thing is, make sure that even your laptop, everything's ready for the interview. It should not be like some other process is running, there are some new tabs open or something, so that because when they tell you to present, the tab is open, all those things, because it will give some kind of a bad impression.
I'll just pause you here. See, students, background has to be like what Ashwin has said. Either you can keep it blank, a blank wall is also fine. Otherwise, if there is something, let it be either a bookshelf or something which is pleasant and nobody walking around and all that. Okay, so if nothing, at least a blank wall, that should be good. And I think you can buy those lights, lights for focus. That is
or
good.
Like this softwares like Zoom, Google Meet, they have their own virtual background.
Yeah, you can use this virtual background, but sometimes what happens is when you shake your head, because of the virtual background, it looks a little disturbing. So that is also an option. But there are lights. There are lights. It's not much. You can always buy it. I think it will come within 1,000 rupees. Those lights, because the focus is there, your face is lit bright, so that it's very clear for them. And above your waist up, this thing should be there, your visibility. It's not that so much, but because they can see your expressions also, and maybe 2 inches above your head, so that much of visibility should be there. And one more thing which you rightly said is that you have to elaborate. It's not that they ask a question and you finish off in 2 sentences. You actually, why are they asking you a question? To get to know more about it. It's not that you wait again, okay, now elaborate, tell me more. Don't. When they ask a question, say whatever you have to say, so that they understand, yes, so that they can move on to the next, or pick up something from there, and the next question will lead from there. So go on talking in depth, because it's actually a question answer session, right? They ask a question and it's not a monosyllable or a one-line answer. People do that because they don't have in-depth knowledge. That's why they'll just answer in one sentence, because that's all they know. So don't do that, okay?
And also the SRE is basically like you're dealing with customers. So when a customer is actually he's having some queries, he calls you and you're responding to him. It should not be like a one-liner. And there are again some people they literally have a lot of technical knowledge, massive technical knowledge. And if there is some non-technical customer, if you explain him in just technical language, he won't understand. There should be communication should happen in such a way that you are understanding customers' problems and customer is understanding your solution.
Good.
So that is a good part of the communication.
And one more thing is, see, whatever you put in the resume, right? The questions that was asked to him need not be the same questions to you, because that is what he put in the resume. So the questions that he's telling, he asked about this, because that's what he had put. So it's not that what he has told that is going to be asked, but you get an idea. Whatever you put in your resume, the interviewer is going to quiz you on that.
And second thing is about the projects. So how will you select the projects? That is up to you, because if you have the projects, just think how it is related to the company. If the company is literally dealing with cyber security, have 1 to 2 cyber security related projects. If you do not have the projects, for example, in the 11 days of time I can say it's well sufficient for any person to develop a cyber security project.
Is it? Even 11 days you can?
Yeah, 11 days. Because I have done a few projects, just because I wanted to select a few. And the thing is, I am also a part of a Tor Secure, which is one organization where our HOD, Mustafa sir and Anand sir are working together. So I am an intern over there. So there are some projects, and I actually, I get some projects from the clients.
You were actually planning for Cohesity, you were preparing for Cohesity from the beginning, or?
Not Cohesity, I just wanted some cyber security company.
Alright.
That's it. So I actually have I have experienced talking to clients. So that was actually very helpful.
Very good.
That's it.
And the next round?
Next round, again it's a technical round.
Okay.
So you cannot expect, the first person might be very friendly, the second person may not be that friendly. Friendly in the sense, based on the questions. He may literally ask you a lot of tough questions. And in the second round, it was fully related to operating system. So, and in operating system, it's not like basically how they ask you in the college, like, okay, what is an operating system? What are file systems? And nothing like that. The most difficult question that was asked actually was, I have a system. And I'm given with a new hard disk or a solid state drive, SSDs basically. How will the SSD or the HDD will understand which file system it has to follow? So the thing is, it's very tricky, okay? The way he asked was like how the SSD or HDD will understand. Basically, common sense is that SSD or HDD is not determining what file system to be followed. The process is like you insert the storage device, you attach it, and then the operating system will format it first, and then it will it will allocate the file system, whatever it is. So yeah, he was kind of very impressed, like, okay, I know this. I did not get carried away because of his question. Like, there are some people who will be like, oh yeah, it may do something like this, but actually the question he asked was a bit tricky.
Yeah, but you understood the question and then you answered, and I think, see, you have done so many things, so because of that it was easy for you. Because what's your percentage also, Ashwin?
My this one CGPA is 8.92.
Okay, so look, 8.92, he's touching 9. On top of that, that is academic marks, okay? And on top of that, you have done a lot of other stuff, right? What have you done? Internships and projects?
Internships is basically like regarding website fixing. So there are some security issues in the websites, or maybe like SEO in the website. Like you build a website, but the website is not showing up. Like you need to literally search a lot or something, or directly go to the URL. So in that case, we need to improvise the SEOs.
So then, how many internships have you done?
Actually,
from the first year to?
From the first year, like I have done internships in the college. Then another one is, the first one was like in Tor Secure. Then in Pays Wisdom, I have not completed it in Pays Wisdom.
So 3 to 4, how many?
I can say 2 to 3.
Okay, he's done around
2 to
3 internships. And how many projects have you done in all? I mean, not that what you have written over there.
Projects have
even
done,
your mini and all that.
I have done a lot.
Yeah, look at him.
I have done a lot, because like whenever like the teachers are explaining some concept and I feel it literally interesting, then I just do a background.
Give me a number so that people understand.
Maybe like around 28.
Look at it. This is like way beyond. I've never heard of a student who's done 28 projects. That's why when you were mentioned only 3 to 5, I was thinking people don't even do 5, okay, and 3 though is like, okay, max they do 3. You know, I'm talking about on an average people do around 3 projects, and you said around 3 to 5 and choose your best. That is because he's done 28. So this is, you know why? Because he's done 28. Today he's got a high package. Students, all these really help, and this anyone can do if they are interested in cracking a company which is paying you well. See, it doesn't come easily, no. See, okay, 8.92 CGPA, followed by 28 projects, followed by 3 internships, right? So that's quite a bit. And other than that, you've done so many other stuff, right?
Yeah, other stuff. So 28 projects, like now they may feel how a person can do 28 projects. So you need not worry. A project, it doesn't mean that you are building everything from scratch. Like basically you are opening a new text editor or something, and then you are coding something like that. Nothing. You can work on projects, like there is already existing projects which you are actually seeing, okay, how this is. How can you implement the same functionality in a different way, in a different approach? So yeah, even that is also good to go, because there you will understand, like they analyze, okay, this person is actually able to understand the previously written code, all those things. And second thing is, the technical round, some questions they ask, like it will be like, okay, can I ask you some question? That is what interviewer will tell you. Or sometimes he may say, do you have any questions? So do you have any questions? I have asked basically 3 questions. So one question was like, basically because the interviewers were young, I just asked them like, did you create any blunder in the company because of which you were put into trouble, or maybe not only because of you, maybe because of your teammates or something. But make sure that you don't ask this to any experienced person, because it may give a negative impact. Make sure you ask this question.
In fact, I feel a senior person will take it better. Why? Because they have the maturity. They'll ask, oh, this is coming from a student, right? So yes, it's a good question. Sometimes, let me tell you, it's always easier to attend an interview with a senior person. Do you know that?
Yeah,
Did you know
that's
that? Why? Because a senior person knows so much more, and so he's a little bit more softer. And maybe he gives you the benefit of the doubt because of this vast experience. He knows that, at the beginning nobody knows, so he's more over this thing. I've always seen, and it's not a rule as such, but generally, people who are very young, sometimes the interview could be a little tough with very young people because even they are not really matured. So it is a double-edged sword, alright? Yeah.
So yeah, he explained previous weekend such and such thing happened, all those things. And second thing was I asked for the feedback. Don't worry, if you ask for the feedback, they won't even give you the feedback. They'll just
don't ask for a feedback. I'm telling you, that's not the right question to ask.
It's not the right question. Yeah.
Why? Because see, they will not say that you were good or you were bad, okay? Or otherwise they'll say you are good and it's going to be neutral. Don't ask for a feedback. You could ask something from their experience or their working culture in there, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Then comes the final HR round. So the interval between the successive rounds is basically around 15 to 45 minutes, I can say, depending on how free the interviewers are. So the final interview was actually very superb. The person who interviewed me, he was literally interested in my cybersecurity projects. I had also edited one book regarding cybersecurity. So it was around 1 month before the interview process.
So you put it in the resume?
Yeah, I have put it in the resume. I mentioned it, and then he just told me on the side, during the interview, when he told me can you just share me the book? I want to just read it, take a glance. I just shared him the book.
See, why he's telling is because to know whether it's genuine or not.
Yeah.
Because many may say I was an editor, I've edited or something, and then they don't know much. So yes.
So that is good. So if it is available in Amazon, Kindle or Google Play Books, then again it's they give a nice, they have a good impression. So that is actually good. Then third, one question that was asked, it was very complicated for me. I don't know. I literally told him can you just give me some time to think about it. So the question was you are a cybersecurity student and we are giving you the SRE role. So what if you are joining Cohesity and suddenly you are getting a better offer? Literally they are paying you double the salary which we are paying. Will you jump to that role? And again the role is cybersecurity by the other company. What will you do? I just told him directly once I join the company I just want to work for 3 years. Then he was okay, why you only 3 years? I told 3 years I want to gain experience, all those things. He was okay, but there are people who literally get a nice experience in just 1 year or something. And he was and I was yeah, but I need 3 years of experience just to know the work culture. I need to know about the company. And he was actually impressed by that answer. Yeah. So 3 years, if you say, it's fine. Don't say yeah, I'll jump into it.
Yeah. Because they want stickiness. See, basically they want someone who's going to join them. All right. So from your answer, it should be yes, you're ready to join and you're waiting for this and you're grateful for this. Always show that gratitude as well as that you're willing to join. Not that I'll have another offer and then I'll consider. So very good, very nicely put. Okay.
Yeah. So that is it. He was actually very interested into cybersecurity. I felt he was the kind of person dealing with knowing, having that hunger to know about cybersecurity.
Any tips for the juniors quickly in 2 minutes because we are running short of time?
Yeah. So tips is basically prepare well. Have your genuine projects. Even if you don't have the projects and you think in 11 days how can I do? I have to copy someone's project. Okay, copy the project, but make sure that this will be your second preference. And if you're copying the project, make sure that you know about the project, how it is happening. You try it out, you figure what's the mistake, everything. And second thing is keep your resumes ready. And yeah, your resume should be ATS friendly. I have told you some rules, right? How the resume should be. Yeah, make sure you follow all those things. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, be bold. Don't be shy. I see many people.
They are shy because they're not. They don't have technical knowledge.
For example, no, it's not only like that. Sometimes they are actually good, but thing is, they are okay, yeah, he's saying he's actually good to me, but
no. Let me tell you. It is only when you're shy and you're not confident when you don't have the technical expertise. Take it from me, alright? And one more thing is which I don't agree with Ashwin is 11 days you can copy a project. You can copy a project, maybe something, but do it. That's why we have these interviews for the first year, second year and third year so that you start preparing for it. You can't do 28 projects in 11 days. Because he has done 28 projects, maybe he can do one in 11 days. So what Ashwin can do, others can't do. So go by this that you have to start working from the first year.
Yeah, that's
Ashwin.
true.
Because Ashwin did 28 projects, he can maybe do something in 11 days. And the interviews for journal students, normal students, you cannot do much. So prepare, you have 3 years. Why do you want to do it in 11 days when you have 3 years? 3 years you have, please work very hard. But thank you Ashwin very much for all the tips that you have shared, and yeah, it's bye from the both of us.
Thank you.
Yes.